Hello, all you wonderful beings out there, and welcome to the stream. I am Rawzim, and this is Starlight New Dawn Scar. This is one of our Pokemon tabletop RPG campaigns, using our custom Scar system, or stories and creatures in alternate realities. This is a playtest system, so the way things work may change from one week to the next. But anyways, let's go ahead and begin with introductions. And the main PC is back finally, so we can go in the proper order. Anyways, let's start with Taldarius.
Hello, I am Taldarius, and I'll be the storyteller for Starlight New Dawn tonight. I play the allies, I play the enemies, and I play everything in between, but the only thing I don't play are our wonderful player characters. And my question for our player characters tonight is, what sort of gift would your character appreciate the most? It could be specific, non-specific, just like a type of gift, or it could be one special thing that they might have in mind. Now that we're back to our normal order, and given that both Amos and Argus are missing, Azareth, you're first up.
Ow! Oh no! Anyways, hi, I'm Arzadeyu. I play Azareth, the off-color jangmo, who's just a dragon type. Just dragon, nothing else yet. He's the jingly of the party. Absolutely all you need to know about it. As for the question, first thing that came to mind was outfits? I don't know. The outfits came to mind immediately. It's probably the right answer.
Alright. Next up would be the Dart, then.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Seda, and I play Dart, the Steel Ground Rockruff. Ooh, what kind of gift would Dart appreciate the most? I'd probably say, like, at this stage of Dart's journey, I'd almost say an encyclopedia. He's still very much figuring out who he is and, the world he's in, The gift of knowledge is the greatest gift of all. Maybe second to love, but we're not there yet.
Hello everyone, I am Rawzim, and I am playing as Jet, the Ghost Electric type rockruff. And for him, supplies. He wants to make sure everybody's taken care of and has enough food to eat and such, especially considering our experience so far in this world.
Alright, next up would be Sin.
Sorry. A wise decision.
1 second. Need a drink. Now that I'm done dying, I am Colada the Jerboa. I play Sin, the normal steel type mawile variant, known as a mawile. And I think the gift that would be most appreciated by Sin would be something that is heartfelt and handmade. It's like, even if it's obviously not high quality, based on what might be around, something that somebody took the time to make would be the most appreciated.
Alright. And last but certainly not least, we have the Vector.
Hello, my name is Avian Wolf, also known as Avi, and I play Vector, the flying water rockruff. Oh, given that Vector now knows that he can fly, goggles, flight goggles. Maybe I could go with the joke of just saying a bucket, but But yeah, nothing too fancy. A vector is fine with like very simple things. And, anything like it's all about the thought behind it as well. But definitely goggles. Knowing that puppy can fly.
Mm-hmm. All right. And does anyone in particular want to be doing recap this week?
Let's see.
And I don't mind doing it if
It's up to you. I don't mind doing it as well.
I mean it's gonna be a very quick recap.
Yep. It is not exactly the longest recap in the world.
Because basically last time we started off with our missions to Greenwood and we got split up. Dart and Vector's main purpose was to make sure that Amos didn't burn the buildings down. Argus, Azareth, Sin, and Jet went behind and started building the building frames. Amos got a little bit pyromaniac, and thankfully we didn't burn anything down. Dart got used as an actual nail gun. The houses that were meant to get burned down got burned down. The houses frames that are meant to be built got built. And we were all breaking for lunch, but not before our special little cutie rockruff named Vector learned how to fly. Oh boy, how are we going to contain Vector's energy now?
He wanted uppies.
Yes,
Vector...
I wanted that piece.
And Vector got the uppies. That's where we are now. Our initial tasks are done. Our assigned area has been cleared. The frames for the new housings have been built, and we are now breaking for lunch, and that is where we begin tonight's session. Vector cute.
The heck, Dart cute.
Y'all cute.
You're all cute.
All right. Now that they're now that they're done arguing over that cute thing, if I remember correctly, you guys were already basically checking out what was on offer for lunch, right?
I believe so.
We were just getting there. We haven't actually gotten in yet.
Okay. Yeah, you were right outside the doors then. All right, so you all are outside of the doors of the local Greenwood Guild. It's certainly not as busy as the Starlight Guild, but it still sees a fair bit of traffic.
I am hungry. I am hungry. Vector's kind of looking around to see if there's anything to eat. So he's like, is there a line? Is there a line that we can get food for, or?
Maybe we could just ask around.
Yep. You would get very quickly pointed to where the Greenwood Mess Hall is, which is it's in a slightly different location, but it's more towards the back of the guild hall and to the side. It's not near the main area like it is over in Starlight, but it's still fairly easily accessible.
Vector's starts whacking his tail. He's like, well, I guess because it was a very eventful day, and all that energy is making me feel hungry.
What just preventing the fires got you drained you that much?
Well,
I thought you had more energy than that, Vector.
I do. Well, I mean, Vector's doing little tippy tappies. He's still doing tippy tappy. He's like, I am, but I still wanna make sure to get some food, and it wasn't really the fires, it was just there's so many things, so much things happened today. And besides, food is also really good too. I could smell. I feel like I could smell it from here. Actually, the question is, can I smell it from here? I hope so.
Actually, yes. Today's lunch actually has involves a couple of spices, so it is very reasonable that you get, at least a fair little bit of distant smell.
Yes. Okay. And besides, the smell of food kind of smells good too.
Ooh, good food.
Yeah, food is always good. Yeah, but how else you gonna keep up maximum zoomies? Gotta make sure you eat.
Strong food gives strong body, gives strong soul, something like that.
And strong zoomies.
Totally, yeah.
It is
Jingle,
like
jingle.
like a bucket. A bucket must remain full.
Full bucket, full life.
But yeah, though, like Victor's gonna well, I'm gonna go grab some lunch. I don't know how you all feel, but I think like it would actually sound really good though. Oh, also that. Oh, for lunch, I could talk about the thing I just did too. Like, but like he's gonna look down at this stuff about food first though, and he's gonna make his way to the smell.
All right. What is on for offer today for lunch is actually a little bit interesting. It seems like they had some peppers prepared that are stuffed, generally with spices and garlic. They have both green and red peppers on offer. They also have a things such as various berries. Got a couple of it's not as popular, but they do have it, which is some fried onion rings. And one thing that is kind of like a little bit of a big thing for lunch is they apparently have some grilled fish. Freshly caught from the river.
I wanted. I immediately get. I jump in line, and I am like I look. Victor's just looking at the fish. Fish.
Azrath also gets in line. Is like, is that fish?
I'm not going to make you roll. It's pretty obvious that it's fish, especially considering that there's a little sign that labels today's lunch as including fish.
Azrath is just saying that in character.
Okay.
No, that's not to the DM. No. I'm
okay.
pretty sure we could tell it's fish. It's just, is that fish? Fish.
Fish. Yep.
Then he'll look back to the rest of the party who to see if they followed.
So is this like buffet style actually, or is it just kind of like we just have to order a place from how the line is lined up?
It's basically like, it's kind of like semi-buffet style where you walk up, you get a plate, you fill up your plate, you go and sit down and eat.
Okay, I am getting one of everything.
All right. You grab a singular fried onion ring.
Well, like portions, portion wise. You know what I mean. You know what I mean.
All right. Well, you get a little bit of everything then.
So it was peppers.
Yep,
fish,
stuffed
and-
peppers, both green and red. You got some fish, you got some onion rings, and then there's a couple of other small things there's some berries, breads, other extremely inoffensive and you could generally just set that out. There's a couple apples. They're not there's nothing special done to them. It's just like a couple apples.
More like sides to a main course.
Yeah, more like you can grab. This is stuff that would be included in basically every single meal, so that way, in case you weren't interested in the more, the more niche or exotic things that are like swapped out, you always have at least something that you'll be fine eating.
Okay. I feel like
So,
Sim is going to grab a plate, grab a couple of fish, a couple of onion rings, a couple more onion rings, a couple more onion rings, more onion rings, and then grab some berries and go take a seat.
I'll just grab.
After you said you grab that last thing, I expected you said and a couple more onion rings.
I was going to, but I'm like, no.
Ash takes a grilled fish. Okay, second grilled fish. Couple stuffed peppers, a little bit of berries, and one singular onion ring.
One onion ring, got it.
One onion ring and the other stuff. Yes. Oh.
You have now balanced out at least a little bit of Sin's portion of onion ring.
And not even like 5 minutes later, all of the onion rings are gone, and he's staring back longingly at the others.
I think we figured out one of Sin's favorite foods.
Yes.
What about Jet and Dart? Shall you be partaking in the more, in the more exotic things that are on offer, or are you just gonna go for the tried and true apples and berries are good?
Jet will go for not the apples and berries, the more hot stuff. But he's going to go for a little bit of everything.
Alright, cool. And the Dart?
I really want to make the joke about Dart trying to watch his weight, steel type.
Oh no.
But
No.
Yes, Dart, the opposite of our onion ring munching friend.
Dart goes up for one singular onion ring.
But Dart's just gonna listen to his nose. Does any of the more exotic offerings smell appealing, or is he just gonna be more inclined to stick with the berries? 'Cause he knows the berries are good. Just sniff the air and just see what he gets drawn to.
Alright. Obviously, like, the strongest smells are that of, like, the peppers, because, you know, they're spicy, they have things like garlic and other herbs that have been stuffed inside of them. You know, that's obviously, like, the strongest smell in the area, although the, you know, the smell of the dried fish is, or fried, I don't say I said dried, it's fried, it's grilled. I'm being dumb right now. Okay, the fish also has a particularly nice smell to it. The onion rings, funnily enough, like are like not nearly as pungent, considering that they're basically like right next to the peppers, and they ain't beaten through those peppers. I don't know why I messed up so much trying to say grilled fish.
I don't know. That's a good question. It's supposed to be pronounced fish.
Fish. Fishy.
At least none of the characters are friends with a fish. Yet.
I think Dart will stick with the berries for now and just see what, if anything, draws his interest during the meal.
All right.
Victor's just gonna wave to Dart and Jet. I saved a seat for you.
Why is Vector so heckin' cute?
No, it doesn't. Come on, quick, get your food.
Why does Vector just sound like, you know, the excited, like, you know, elementary school student be like, friend, over here!
just patting that when you get when you like I'm just imagine like when Dart comes up, he just like patting that with his paw. It's oh my god.
I guess I guess the Rockruff Book Club is going to be having a lunch meeting or something.
It's don't we have like I have aphorisms and it would be like a team. It would be like a team lunch.
Look, the Rockruff Book Club, it's not a club, it's a lifestyle.
It's the academic society of rockruffs.
Why, yes, good sir. But yeah, Star's going to carry a plate of berries and apples and some bread over to the table where the group's in at.
Wait, I have a big question. How are quadrupeds carrying the plate?
We're just holding
With
it
our
with our
mouths.
Yeah, with your mouths. Also, it doesn't particularly matter because, you know, it is there are rules that basically say that, like, you know, you'll find a way to manage it. We don't need to go into too much detail about it. But yes, probably just carrying it with their mouths.
I'm certain that the plates probably have, like, in a world like this, they would probably have a lip specifically designed for biting onto.
Yeah. Also, things are generally just made pretty sturdy if they're meant to be handled by Mons. This is not like fine china or something. These are made to be handled.
True. This is a guild. Guild can get rowdy. This isn't sophisticated British tea. What is British?
Sips tea.
Sips tea with malicious intent.
All right,
yes.
so do you guys want to talk about anything over your lunch?
And Dart's going to ask, so, as Dart, like, slowly munches on something where he's like, so, Victor, what was the thing you wanted to discuss?
Oh, Vector's like eating, and it's like, and he's like kind of like puts his palm on top of the the table, like, all right, yes, right. I can jump really, really high. I was able to. Vector's like wagging his tail like frantically. He's like standing on top of his seat, and he's like putting his paws on the table. It's like I can jump really, really high, and because I wanted to go up, and I could go up. I was just kind of walking around, and I wanted to see what the city was and the town was, and it was so exciting. I get so many. I met some people. I met some of the people up there.
Vector, I'm sure you're excited, but could you maybe slow down a little bit? Breathe?
Oh, sorry. Sorry. He's like, oh, he like puts his head. He's like puts his like paw on his head. It's a lot of things happening.
You left me behind with the jump high thing?
Yeah, I was just walking around, and like after we were finished with our job, I didn't want to get food yet, but I wanted to kind of walk around town, and well, I wanted to go up, and I went up.
Also, Aurum, go ahead and do your intro. Welcome in. Oh, can you hear?
Mic? Is his mic on? Is your mic right?
It might be the mic issue.
It might be a mic issue.
Or
Oh,
Nick-
there
there
we
we
go.
go.
Hey, do your intro.
Hello?
Can
Hello?
you hear us?
I hear you. I'm just trying to get the sound into my headset.
Ah, understand. Well, while you're doing that, I'll just gonna let you know that our question of the day is: what kind of a gift would your character appreciate the most? It could be just category, it could be something specific. you know.
So it doesn't seem like I could get the sound into my headset.
Painful.
Okay, so what was it you asked? Sorry.
Okay. The question of the day is, what sort of a gift would your character appreciate the most? It could be specific, it could be non-specific, category, whatever. Just what kind of a gift would your character appreciate the most?
So, introduction. Hi, I'm Aurum. I play Argus, the scaredy cat, crafty, possibly a runaway rock dragon tyrant. And for the question of the day, he would appreciate a gift from any gift, as long as it's from his friends, but specifically one from Jet because he is afraid Jet doesn't like him. So a gift would smooth things over and make him feel appreciated.
Interesting. All right. Just to get you caught up, the team was grabbing some lunch, and the sort of things that are available for lunch that are more special is some grilled fish, some stuffed peppers, onion rings, things like that. And then there's also more inoffensive items that are just generally offered at every meal, which are things like berries, breads, and apples. In case you don't like what's on offer, you still have a fairly acceptable lunch that you can eat.
Argus wants to take a bread and take some berries and mash the berries into jelly and have a bread and jelly sandwich.
Okay.
Do it.
That is not exactly the hardest thing to do, so.
Then Argus is doing it.
Alright. By the way, make sure you actually get into the fantasy grounds when you have the chance.
I'm loading up right now, sorry.
Yep. Alright.
I have to ask, have there been people that have went back for seconds?
In the guild, yeah, there's a couple of people that go back for seconds, although it's generally for, like, one particular thing. They'll go back and, like, grab a fish or two, or a couple more peppers, some onion rings, like that kind of stuff, where it just generally is.
I'm sure you could probably figure out what's going to happen, but seeing that other people have went back for seconds, Sid goes, grabs more onion rings. More onion rings.
Can you grab another portion of fish?
It's gonna
As
bring
I-
fish back for Vector.
Yes, I want fish, thank you. Fishy.
I'm actually really enjoying these peppers.
Everything is really good. Oh, it feels so good. I really like the fish. Oh, I really like the fish. Oh, I'm sorry. Anyways, I got distracted. Yes. So, anyways, about the thing, right? Yeah, I was I could jump really high, and I could actually stay pretty high for a very long time too. Apparently,
Were you possibly flying? You seem to be part flying type.
am I? Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, I am, but
There's a bit of an echo from someone.
It was from Aurum.
He's messing with
Argus
his
is
mic.
going to write down that Vector is now part bird type.
Oh Lord.
Specifically bird. That is hilarious.
But yeah, Sid is going to say, yeah. When I first met y'all, I figured based on looks and what I can gather, you're a water flying type.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. Yeah, I wasn't really sure about that at first. I know that what was their name? The one that we were training with back in Aurum Grove. I know they mentioned that I was possibly flying, but I don't know. I wasn't really too sure about it, but I guess I kind of am, and I kind of want to. Maybe I could show you after we eat. I could show you.
Sid is going to take the fish, give it over. Now that Vector has gotten through that, gonna munch on the onion rings, look back as if debating getting another helping of onion rings, shake his head, and say, these are a lot better than I was expecting, but they smell really good.
Yeah. Also, that thank you. And he grabs a portion of fish, and he starts gets gnawing away on it, trying to sit down and trying to contain his energy. But yeah, so that's what that's what I learned today, or what happened today. Hopefully, I hope everyone else's went pretty well too after that. Or after doing our job thingy.
Yeah. Out of character, I'm trying to remember what exactly happened after the job, besides.
I don't think
Nothing really happened. You guys just kind of like looked around a little bit and then got some lunch.
Okay, I didn't think so, so I was just trying to remember if something did happen and I forgot.
No, Abby or Vector's part of it was done early. So while the rest of us were still working, Vector went off to explore on his own.
Okay.
Yep.
And we
I
finished
thought
right
that's
before
what
we
happened.
went for lunch.
Okay, that's what I thought happened, but I know myself. I forget things easy. Sin is going to look over to Vector, then look back at around at the rest of the group and just kind of go, well, we finished our job, and I think we did well. Looks to Dart, who was used as a nail gun. Found that one has a really cool ability.
Oh.
And we got things done quicker than I expected. Well, what we started anyway.
Dart just kind of like lets his tongue, lull out a bit as he's just like trying to still get over that feeling of shooting out nails.
I mean, it worked much better than using my hammer. We're going to have to do that when we build a giant clubhouse for ourselves.
Clubhouse? Oh, I'm going to put
Why would we be building a clubhouse or such?
Argus is going to place his journal on the table with really well drawn frame of the house, and then everything else just looks like a kid drawing of all the decorations, the walls, everything's bad, but the frame looks good. I could make us a house now, so we should make a house. That way we don't have to sleep on the hay all the time.
You realize that even if you made a house, you'd also have to either make or buy the furniture for the house, so you don't have to sleep on the hay, right?
So I didn't think that far ahead. I will learn how to make a bed first, and then we can make a clubhouse.
Well, I don't think it's a terrible idea. It could be fun.
It does sound fun. What is our plans again after eating the food?
Oh, Victor's just kind of licking on the plate after all of his finished fish fish plate that he had fish on. It's like, oh yeah. But don't we have to report that to the guild that we finish?
Yeah, and probably get something else. But before we do that, we could always have Vector show off what he wanted to show off.
Oh, of course.
Oh, like there's this. No, but you just see all you just hear is all you can just see is just his eyes just shining in excitement. That's it's just he's just like, yes. I want to show you. I want to show you. I want to show you.
I want to ask just to make sure, are the plates that everybody has been using, I mean, other than us, been left at the table, taken somewhere specific? and walked off?
There's little drop off points where like basically it's like those like things where like there's like a little like garbage area where like you put any leftovers or scraps or whatever, like like how you would because the fish isn't like properly like deboned, it's just mostly been cooked, so it's kind of up to you to decide if you want to eat those bones or not. And so it's like things where like you just dump in whatever remains of your food if there is any, and then stack up the plate tray thing, because it's like a little mix between a plate and a tray.
The restaurant trash can.
Effectively, yeah.
Sin is going to like look around to the ones who have finished and just like say, would y'all like me to go ahead and take your trays, or do you all want anything more? Here. And then kind of like look back once more at the onion rings, shake his head, and then start like picking up his tray, offering to each person to grab theirs, doing the polite thing and gathering the trays so everybody else can go and get ready for what they want to do.
Argus is noticeably like holding his jelly sandwich away as you walk around him, keeping it to himself and close to himself because it is his sandwich.
Sid is going to like notice this, not touch like the tray that you would have, just walk around. And then after collecting the trays from whoever is, completely finished, go and start taking them off, cleaning them off, and eventually get back to the group.
All right. You may do so. So, what all would you guys actually like to do?
Well, I was considering just doing the quick demonstration, and then maybe report to the just essentially report back to the guild to see if there's or like the local guild here, just to see if there's anything else they need us to do.
All right.
I don't know how everyone else feels, but
I think that's a good idea.
Argus wants to learn how to build walls and beds.
Jet and Dart, how about you?
When you're filling up, let's show off what you want to show off, and then we can see what's the next task. I'm sure the guild doesn't want us, lounging around all day.
Yeah. Jack, do you have anything else you want to do, or do you want to do after this?
The only other thing that I've got in mind is trying some meditation again and trying to work on this ghost stuff that I've got going on.
Yeah. Yeah, and maybe we might have a bit of free time, hopefully. But I mean, let's see though. And like Victor just kind of like puts his plate away, like, all right, I'm gonna be outside to do this because I don't think me jumping inside here would be a good idea. But I'm gonna go ahead and put away the dishes, and he's gonna like start stacking some of the dishes and tippy tap his way back to the place where you can just drop off the plates.
Jumping wood breach. Azrath looks up. Ah, ceiling.
I must go. Why people need me to jumps through the ceiling, just like a rock shaped hole.
Why are there 5 rockruff shaped holes in our building? I don't know. He just went up.
Just sips tea in the corner. I didn't see anything.
Absolutely nothing.
No one suspects you.
But yeah, I'm gonna put away the plates and or all the cleaned out plates and gonna drop them to the plate where they can where they collect.
All right, you may do so.
Yep. And I'm just like, all right, I just kind of like, as I'm like walking, like I'm just like waving them, just like I'll just wave to them and I'll just walk out. I'll just be waiting outside of the in front of the door, waiting outside for them.
Dart's gonna finish up his berries, put the plate away, and then walk outside.
Argus will put his plate away and carry a sandwich out too.
Yeah,
Sure,
just
we'll
puts his
follow.
plate away after finishing up the final thing of his onion ring.
Sorry. You're fine. So, do any of you want to do anything else?
Nope.
Or are you finally going outside?
Going outside.
All right. You may go outside.
Suddenly, outside.
Outside. Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to make. I didn't know if I wanted to do anything before that, but.
Batman logo transition. Go burr. I mean, Starlight logo transition. Go burr.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, how high can you jump?
I don't know how high, but Victor's just gonna like take a deep breath. He's gonna look up at the sky, and then he's gonna do a jump. He's gonna do the same thing. He's gonna jump. He's gonna fly, but he again still thinks he's jumping really high. So he's gonna fly up. So he's gonna like launch for the back of his, like he's gonna like prepare to jumps up, and then from like kick up his feet, he's just flying up.
He is jumping with style.
Do 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 do.
And I keep going and going and going.
That's a high jump.
It's gonna land like on one of like one of the branches.
Arcus is gonna try to jump and flap his arms, see if he can make it that high.
Victor's just gonna, after he lands, he's just gonna look down and just waves up like, I could go this far. I don't know how far. I would say maybe like I would probably say, like how high are how high are the branches like the tall branch?
The tall branches that are like more made for like the like hangout spots for flying types are actually like fairly high up. They are like the lower branches, so that way they can like, you know, see down, but it seems more like this is like an intentional thing where like the trees have been like trimmed and kept, so that way, you know, there aren't that many like a lower branches, and instead like you go up a bit and then you get to the actual solid stuff that they're used for hanging out. So you're actually a good distance in the air.
I would say like 50 feet or like I
Sounds
like
reasonable. That sounds
50 feet.
reasonable.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's
Hi.
yeah, it's pretty high.
So you just have this tiny little rockruff head just popping out from the branch. And he's just waving excitingly. He's wagging his tail, and he's seeing the group.
You see Argus jumping up and down, trying to jump high. He's not gonna make it that high.
Oh my god. So I guess there is fan art. Real quick tonight.
Oh.
Apparently it's for every single game.
Yep. You do it like in basically every single game.
It's good! I love how Hunter is kind of hiding.
Yep.
Yes, ranch on rice. Plain white rice, put some ranch on it, mix it in there. It's really good. Anyways, I just got that pointed out to me. That was from Raijin. So anyways, where were we? Oh, right. Vector, up in the air.
Yep. So I just wave down, just like, and then I'm gonna try to land down, like, do a little hop from a branch, and then gently fall down, and then land. So I could jump that high, probably higher. I can't tell, but I know I could jump pretty really high.
Dart has his notebook out.
Sin is going to look at Vector, look back up at that branch, look back at Vector, and just go like shaking their head a bit, say, "I'm pretty sure you were flying to get up there, but that is quite impressive." Looks up, looks a little nervous, as if thinking about being that high.
Yeah, I could do that. I could do that now. I don't know. Maybe I'll try. Maybe I'll try jumping like sideways. Maybe that'll work. Maybe with that count as flying. I might. I don't know. There's so many things I want to learn. Victor's just very excited. I can be zoomies on the ground and in the air.
Hey, Vector, could you try something for me? I'm curious.
Yeah, sure.
Dart's gonna walk up like, can you close your eyes?
Oh, okay, sure. Victor's gonna close his eyes.
Let's hope he doesn't phase through the floor.
I think that's just a you thing.
Vector, could you picture in your mind a tree branch, like, say, 15 feet in the air, just in front of you, and you just jump up to it? Can you picture that tree branch in your mind?
Yeah. Do you want me to jump forward or do you want me to jump up?
Jump up to that tree
Okay.
branch, but don't open your eyes.
Okay. He's gonna jump. He's gonna do the same jump, closing his eyes straight up.
All right. He is still capable of flying.
Is Vector just like hovering in the air now?
Do you actually try to like imagine yourself going up there, Vector?
Yes.
Then, yeah, you just kind of starts going up a bit.
Vector, could you just think stay?
Just stay. He's still closing his eyes. It's like,
Yeah. Just
you're
think
very.
stay.
Just imagine you're on the branch and you are just, you're perfect staying where you are.
Oh, okay.
Can I tie a rope to his tail and carrying him around like a balloon?
No.
Okay, I'm imagining that.
That was declined really quickly.
It was.
Argus, we're doing science here.
Balloons are science. They're fun science. And then he's gonna like whisper over to Sin, "What's science?"
Sin's gonna look at Argus and not whispering, but looking a little concerned. Science is a bit complicated to just explain in simply, but I'll explain later. Pats Argus on the head. Or try. Actually, how tall is Argus again?
2 feet, 2'6".
Oh, I think we're close to the same size. So yeah, pats Argus on the head.
Alright, Vector.
Mhm.
Keep your eyes closed, but could you imagine there's another branch, like, a couple feet in front of you, and you want to jump towards it? When you picture in your mind, jump.
Okay. Like another one? Okay, I could do that. And he's gonna leap with this still with his eyes closed.
All right. And you may do so.
Can I open my eyes now?
Is Vector just kind of like hovering in the air there?
He is.
How do you feel about heights?
I don't have much issues with it. I mean,
Open your eyes.
it feels kind of nice. He opens his eyes and he looks down and it's like, oh, hi. Wait.
You are floating midair.
Oh my gosh! Vector is static. Wait.
Can I tie a rope to him now?
No.
Wait. Hold on. Vector's gonna try. Vector's like, he's gonna try to like, he's gonna like try to scramble himself to like to stabilize himself. Alright, and then he's gonna like fly forward, but then he's gonna stick his arms out like, and just zoom it around with loops.
You may do so.
Super dumb.
I
You
really
may-
am. I really am flying. I thought I could just jump really high. Wait. Can I? Can I? All right. Who wants to fly?
Bye? You
I mean, I guess I could try it.
I'm
I think
going.
I might
I'm
be
going.
the lightest of us, so.
I'm gonna pick up Jet. I'm gonna lower my altitude. Like I'll still fly a little bit lower, but I want to pick up Jet.
All right. Important question for you there, Vector. How much bulk do you have available?
Body, right?
Yep.
I have 3.
All right, so you have 3 body, and so I'd say you could pick up Jet without being over encumbered, or you'd be encumbered but not like overburdened. So
Right.
you would fly around a bit slower, but you would be able to like pick him up so long as like you're just kind of like going a bit slow.
All right. I'm gonna pick up Jet, and I'm gonna do a few. I'm gonna fly around doing a few loops around the group.
All right.
Clap, 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 clap.
Just make airplane noises. It's new.
Jet, you are being ported around effectively.
I imagine Jet's probably not that concerned or anything, considering he has at least floated before.
That is true.
Now, if we get too far off the ground, that might change. Don't know.
Can I pick up Dart?
I'd imagine in between when Vector's flying Jet around, Dart's just gonna turn to whoever is closest to him, just being like, "Oh no, what have I done?"
you have let
Me
him
next,
express
me
his true
next.
self.
Now, Jet is pretty light in comparison to Dart. If you want to try and pick up Dart, I'm gonna need an athletics check from you, which would be body, whatever expertise, and athletics.
Oh. All right, I can do. I'll roll for it. That's 1, 2, 3, 6. Okay.
Like, how much does Jet weigh again?
So he's both bigger and lighter than a standard rockruff.
Oh, that's 1, 2,
Pull up the
1,
sheet.
2, 3, 4. So that's 4.
I believe we settled at having him, I think he's 2 feet tall and then about 18 pounds.
That sounds about right.
Dart's over 60 pounds.
Which is why I said definitely would need a roll. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 successes. With 4 successes, he still is obviously a lot heavier than Jet, and you're really having to work in order to like move around. And you think that you could keep this up for a little bit, but you're probably going to exhaust yourself if you keep going with it for too long.
Mm-hmm.
You can still move around at about the same speed, but it's like, this is a lot harder. This is like so much harder.
But it's possible.
It is possible.
I am okay with this. We just need to improve this.
Are you like actively picking up Dart right now?
Yes.
Wait, Vector.
It's not gonna be too high. Don't worry. This is a safe height. I assure you.
Are you sure?
You got this.
Hey,
It's so tiny up there.
like you
And then they fly over a river.
Oh, no.
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 I like don't worry. I did lower my altitude, so it's like you could easily see you can see Vector and Dart. It's okay. It's okay. Hey, I trusted you. You trust in me.
How is this even working?
Don't and Vector's just laughing in delight. I could give other people uppies.
I weigh significantly more than you. How is this physically possible?
It's not everything's about physical. Sometimes it's just about the spirit.
None of
fan
this
art.
makes sense.
Raijin has already given us new fan art.
That's a good one.
Oh, I lost the spirit.
Gosh, I feel like I could I could mess with someone just by lying down in midair. Just it's okay. It's just an invisible platform. That's all the thing.
Just
Yep.
put Vector in sleeping bag, and sleeping bag just floats.
So I will say that maintain you're able to do that for a little bit without there being a problem, but maintaining it for an extended period of time does still take work.
Oh yeah, no. I'm just gonna gently I'm gonna be gently putting Dart down. But this is possible. This is possible. I just put my paws on Dart's shoulder. But think of the possibilities with this now. Think about all the possibilities we could use this.
Argus reaches paws up for uppies.
I don't know. Send me full speed at the next bad guy.
Vector is his eyes is shining on the idea.
Vector, please put me down.
I didn't put you down. We're already in the ground already.
Still on the ground. Put me down, please.
I do want to point out real quick a mechanical thing that hasn't been written down but has been decided. The difference between flying and hovering. Flying allows you to go faster and further per round, but you do have to move at least 5 feet to maintain your altitude. Whereas hovering, you don't need to move. So just keep that in mind.
Yeah, so you have to take a movement action even if you don't move. If that makes sense.
Gotcha.
Where you just move up 5 feet, down 5 feet, so you don't technically move at all, but you had to have at least taken the move action.
Or flying, right?
For flying, yes.
Gotcha.
I just wanted to let you know that it's something that I will probably be writing up this next week at some point, but wanted to make sure you were aware.
Gotcha.
But yeah. So you don't technically have to move, but you do have to take the movement action.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Wait, no, Vector is. Oh, also that. Wait, Argus, Vector turns his head towards Argus. I heard uppies. Who wants uppies?
Uppies!
I'm just gonna grab Argus. I'm gonna fly.
Argus, how much do you weigh?
I think that was on my other ref sheet. I weigh as much as a normal tyrant.
57.3 pounds.
All right, so slightly less, but almost the same. Go ahead and roll me that athletics check then, Vector.
Same thing. Gotcha. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no.
All right. Would you like to do anything about that roll?
Vector is determined. Vector is very, very determined. Willpower, right? Willpower is per session, right?
No.
Oh no, willpower is per sleep. Soul is per session. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to remember. Oh, yeah, okay, willpower. Yeah, willpower. Okay, so willpower allows. Okay, so that's the allows you to reroll. Okay, gotcha. That's what the reroll the whole thing.
They're
Yeah,
around page 11 if you want to refresh your memory.
yeah. No worries. I'm gonna use a willpower to reroll that. That is too many ones.
Do remember
Entirely
that using willpower does incur a point of exhaustion.
I'll still take it because I'm going to assume that probably it did probably made Vector a little exhausted. He just hasn't felt it yet from
Yeah.
from the excitement. So I will go with it.
All right. In that case, you are still capable of picking up Argus, although maybe it's just because you've tired it yourself out, or maybe it's because of the different shape. But moving around with Argus is a lot harder than it was for going around with Dart. Now, you can still move about as fast, it's just requiring a lot more effort.
I'm gonna just be like, I'm sorry, Argus. I'm gonna have to put you down. And I'm just gonna gently put Argus down after doing a few loops.
All right.
Okay. And
Argus
Puppy
is going to
coming.
look at his half of a sandwich and offer it to Sin because he's gaining too much weight to fly.
Oh no.
No. I'm sorry, Argus. I'm just tired. I may have done too much of the zoomies.
It will be okay, Vector. We have more days to do the flying loops. Dancing loops.
Yeah, we'll have to put. I may have gotten way too excited to show it off, but at least but yeah, I could fly. Still, what his tail is still wagging as he's just kind of you just see this rockruff just on his belly with his legs out, just a little tired. But he's like, yeah, he's still wagging his tail, but I could fly. And so, but he's gonna slowly get up. He's like, huh. But yeah, yeah, but that's what I wanted to show you all.
Happy jingle jangles.
I think
Yeah.
it definitely confirms you are indeed a flying type.
That is for sure, and I will agree.
Argus writes in his notebook that flying types can fly, and also to lay off the sandwiches.
Goodness.
I'm so sorry, Arcus. Vector's just gonna see that. He's just like he feels Vector feels a little bad. It's like, no, it's not what you. No, Arcus, it wasn't you. It was me. I was tired.
It's okay. Argus is gonna lay off the sandwiches, and then he'll weigh less, and then he can be picked up. Then he can have uppies.
Then and only then may he
I
have
will give
updates.
I will give Argus head pats with small rockruff head pads. Anyways, though, I guess what we should probably do before anyone else asks for uppies, we should probably check up with the guild. But if they have anything else to do.
I have nothing else to do.
Yeah, let's get things sorted.
Yeah.
Do we have everyone here?
Looking around, I believe so.
I was gonna do a head count of everyone. Be a vector. There should be a Sin. There should be a Jet. Should be a Dart. Should be an Argus. Should be an Amo. Should be a Kaza, and should be a Shade.
Yep. Everyone does seem to be around, although there does seem to be, like, various side conversations happening. Like, just between people who aren't here.
I just wanted to make sure that they were included and that no one ever thought we were forgetting about them.
Yep.
Especially Shade. For some reason. I don't know why. You don't want to forget about his existence.
Nothing bad would happen if you forgot about his existence.
I think he'd rather us forget. Then he can get away with stuff better.
Hilarious.
Yeah, you do have everyone there.
I think everyone's here. I see everyone. Where do we go to tell about we completed the job?
Generally, it'd be the front desk. As they also generally, handle, incoming missions and the like, so. Front desk is generally a good bet for that stuff.
Shall we head to the front desk?
Dart is already walking towards the front desk.
I'm gonna tippy tappy right behind.
The two puppies are already walking off.
Sim is also following behind.
Argus is following behind a little slower.
Is it everyone else already went ahead and Azrath is just left behind?
Nope. In fact, because Shade is still there, so he's gonna pass Azareth up and kind of give him a little bit of a cocky grin and pat him on the shoulder and go, "Don't worry, I'm sure you'll pull more than me next time." Before moving on.
He has a stronger willed spirit than me. That's why he's able to pull more. Jingle jangle. Melancholy style.
Melancholically.
Monochrome melodies. Our tears are painted in red. Ba 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 ba. Da ja jingle jang. Jinga ba ba da. Da ba ba da. Da da ba da da ba. Oh ba ba. La da da ba da ba.
Right, we're gonna start playing over.
Alright.
It's I did not want to interrupt the jingle jangle because that was actually kind of cute.
Yeah,
It was really cute. Sorry.
I just imagine there's a little neon colored floral pattern just moving background as you just see the jingle jangle come across the screen like a loading bar.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Oh, that's adorable.
Oh my
I would commission art for that.
What if there's a loading bar for each of the characters?
Oh my
God.
Each members, they have their own little their own little walking animations. You have Victor with the tippy tappies, and I have, and then the jingle, and then Azurus with the jingle dancing.
Amos is just Amos standing at the start, but just the fire flamethrower just gets progressively longer.
Yes. Oh, you read my mind.
I love you.
I love you.
There's so much in sync.
Whiskers is open.
Oh.
Like, you guys joke about this, but it can be a reality now. We have an animator.
True.
Have the
Just also
technology.
money.
Well, we do have the technology, so
Yay, technology. What's technology?
And we do have a quest to turn in.
it's a skill.
Yes, we do. We do need to turn it in, and I also want to know if there was a reward. Hector wants to see the shinies. Sorry, go ahead.
All right, so you wanted to turn in your request, correct?
Yeah, because we built houses.
Well, you did more than that. By all technicality, because you had multiple quests, each were different parts, but they're all contributing towards the building of the houses.
So we did good work.
You did do good work.
Vector's gonna, or not Vector, Dart. Damn it, my brain's too meshed up right now.
It's okay, I do that too.
I suddenly feel lighter. But like Dart's gonna walk up to the front desk and just like wait, just grab the attention of whoever's attending.
Yeah, so there is a Pokemon that is currently attending. It's just past noon, so who would be on shift?
Of course,
it's
Taldarius is the only person I know who would actually have proper schedules lined up for every single NPC.
Uh-huh. All right. It is a Iron, the pre-evolution of Egrin. So the middle between Aaron and Egrin.
Laron.
Whoa.
Lera, yeah.
Yes. Very good Pokemon.
In case someone doesn't know what that looks like, posting in Starlight.
Larion, Metal Boy.
I love
Eh.
Laron.
They're
Larion.
metallic like Azurus. More metallic.
Yeah, I don't know if it's supposed to be Larion or Iron.
Larion.
Laron.
There's an I. Here.
Well, yeah,
hang on.
but it's LA Iron.
Hang on. I have a handbook. One moment. MLN.
In the anime, it was pronounced Laron.
Okay, cool. That's enough for me.
Laron. Yeah, like layer on. What? I'm nerd.
Hey.
Yeah.
No,
Tiger
we got confirmation.
Yep, we have confirmation. Good enough for me. But yeah, there. Oh, yes. How may I help you?
We'd like to turn in a few assignments that we've completed.
Well, do you happen to have them with you? Basically just asking for, like, the papers. Which I will say that, yes, you would have somewhere in your group.
I think Kaza would be holding on to them, probably.
Probably, but Kaza's canonically there. You could just ask for him.
Kaza, could we have the papers, please?
And Kaza will give you the papers.
And turn to the Laron, just like, here you go.
Okay, you have one for transportation of material. Okay, you have... you were the ones that were building that. Okay. I'll ask someone to go check that out in a bit and make sure it's all up to snuff, but... And, well, you have Cosmos, obviously. That got completed. Well, you completed a total of 3 missions. Congratulations. Looks like the total payout for each of these is... Well, it's about 25... But, And the Laren just is kind of like mumbling to himself, and then his head like disappears below a desk, and eventually comes up with 3 bags, each of which are labeled with a small little tag. It's like a little, like imagine like a little coin pouch, and they each have a little tag attached to them.
3 pouches, you said?
3 pouches. Well, I believe that these are all the correct bags, so I'll go ahead and mark these as complete. What was your team name? It's not really signed off here, but...
Astral Dawn?
Oh, okay. I'll go ahead and note that down for you. And I'll go ahead and file these away and send someone to double check, but you should be good. Although, you said your name was, Astral Dawn, correct?
Yeah?
Do you have anything lined up for after this with the rest of your day?
Ash just looks to the rest. Azra shrugs.
Not
I
at
want
the
to learn
moment.
how to build a bed.
We're actually kind of wondering what's next.
Little bit group of go-getters then, I see. Alright. So, we have a little bit of something that might interest you then. Now, it's been quite a while since we felt the need to go into the area, but, well, technically speaking, this isn't the first Greenwood. There was actually a previous Greenwood, but we moved here because the area was a little bit better and the last place got a little bit decimated. Don't worry about it being any sort of active thing. This happened a few centuries ago. But there is some different things that were left behind there, and, well, they are considered ruins now, so we prefer if actual teams do go and retrieve it instead of any of the townsfolk that aren't actual guild members. Now, I do see that you aren't exactly high rank, but that's why we're going to ask if you wouldn't mind just going into one of the more outskirt towns. You see, there's a mechanism that would really help put together some water wheels, but we left it behind because it wasn't really needed at the time, and the whole disassembly. Well, we figure that it's probably still in at least some pretty good condition, and it's not exactly going to be a big or dangerous ruin. Just, be careful. Could still be some of the nasty types around.
There's another Pokemon type? Argus writes down nasty type.
The Lara just looks a little bit confused, but just like kind of like brushes it off a bit and looks at all
Starts going to face paw.
So, would you like to sign on to do this, or would you prefer to be kept in more civilized areas?
Well,
I'm okay with going. I need to see if the nasty type has any interactions with the puppy type so I can prove it exists.
Argus, never mind. I, for one, think it would be fine to do. They need the parts, so, well, as long as everybody's okay with it. looking to the others.
How
Point-
I have no issues going.
Hmm. It's only been like a day or so or since we've come back from the wilds. Shouldn't be too bad. Nothing too crazy would happen, right?
Oh, no. I mean, I would definitely recommend that you be careful about which areas you explore, but we tend to keep the area pretty clean when we can. I mean, it's only... Well, it's only about a half an hour's walk away, so it's better to keep it a little bit tidier, although, you know, maybe a wild Pokemon or two has moved in since then. We don't think that any of the Alabaster Gleam were using it as a base. We made sure to check it out afterwards, but, well, we didn't exactly have time for a full sweep, so just make sure that you're maintaining some vigilance. I don't think there'll be any sort of problem, but there's no reason to not be careful.
sounds pretty straightforward to me.
So, what does this mechanism look like?
Ah, well, you see, the one that we're asking you to find, it would be very helpful if you could, is a... Well, it's not anything too rare, but it is a little bit of an older style of gear that we made our water wheels with in mind, and well, it'll be easier to grab one that already exists than try and get Iron Valley to make a whole new one with no real good examples. So you bring it back to us, we send it to Iron Valley, and they can make us the exact part we need for all of our water wheels.
Sounds pretty straightforward. Do you have a more of a visual visual description we could take with us? Just to
Oh,
reference?
absolutely. On the mission request, it has a drawing of it. That should make sure that you're getting the right thing.
I think we could be able to do it.
Oh, that's wonderful to hear. Do you think that you need anything before going?
Where do we get a suit of armor like yours?
This isn't armor. This is just me.
Dart's gonna face
Never
her again.
mind.
We're gonna be going now, but if we have any questions, we'll let you know. All right, just like slowly, like go.
We'll take the mission. And Dart's just gonna be like, just get. I'll take the mission request. He
All right,
like stretches out a paw.
The Laren will just kind of like shrug and hand it over.
Thank you.
What, the embarrassment of Argus getting to you now?
Trying to be professional.
Hey, at least Azrath hasn't gone and scooped up Argus yet.
I'm more curious how?
Head crest. Just walk underneath Argus, get him in the stomach, and you just, lift him up. He'd be helpless. Actually, as a matter of fact, Azrath feels like doing it for some reason. He's gonna do that.
I just have a sudden like thought of like Azareth getting getting certified forklifts license.
Certified.
It's forklift certified.
I'm fucking certified now. You can't take me on, Alabaster Glebe.
But what happens if you try to do it and I'm too heavy, so you're just stuck with your head under me? Like
Good
an
question.
unwanted headstand?
This is gonna be hilarious if it turns out like that. I'm down to do it. This is content. This is comedy. Can I do it, Tataris? Tataris, can I do it? Tataris, can I do it? Please, Telly.
Okay, look. I just want to make sure. What is it that you want to do?
So,
just to make sure.
Az is gonna walk right up to Argus, go right under his head to his stomach, use his head crest, push it against the stomach, lift him up with the weight of his head crest and little beak nose, I guess you call it, and just carry Argus.
All right, that would be an. Go ahead.
Okay, he weighs almost as much as you do. Your head crest is not that big.
But it's metallic and strong. Very strong.
I am going to ask for you to make an athletics roll.
I would love
Go
to
ahead.
make that. This is content. Body.
I find this to be quite comical.
This is Vector is grabbing the popcorn.
Can you share some of that popcorn?
Yeah. Come here. Sit.
Wait, would you eat popcorn?
Don't ask.
Oh, that's a lot of fives. Damn.
Which is the popcorn concerned?
Yep. All right. So, as with you just barely managed to start picking Argus up before you realize that, oh, hey, wait, he's very heavy. And my head doesn't exactly have a lot of support for this. And you are summarily unable to hold Argus up as it very quickly destabilizes, and you are now smushed under an Argus.
He even managed to, hold on, he managed to even get him off the ground?
You know how when you do something and like you just barely manage to lift it before realizing that you've made a horrible mistake?
Oh,
It's that.
okay.
Oh.
Argus is now like looking down at his belly, pawing at it a bit, and he's gonna pull some of the meals out of his bag and hand them over to Sin.
Sin is going to just push them back towards Argus. I don't think that's the problem here.
Vector's
Then
just
gonna-
eating.
Going to then make sure that Argus is off of the jangmo-o, or pull him off and say, why did you do that?
Because I felt like it.
I eat too much. I can't have puppies.
After, go on.
Argus, I don't think it's that. I think that it's just, well, trying to lift someone with your head isn't really a great idea to begin with, and Vector was probably just tired. It pats Argus on the head. I'm sure you're fine.
Munches on popcorn.
As this rolls
Just on
over and just
popcorn.
bleps. I know, his comedy's been achieved. We may move on now.
Aw.
All right.
I only wasn't able to get there halfway.
The comedy failed
It's okay.
successfully, but also terribly.
Slides the popcorn back into the fourth dimension. Or into the fourth wall.
I thought you weren't supposed to be playing with any more holes in reality.
Walking on to our next destination. Fourth wall breaking. Before fourth wall breaking causes trouble. Or before I decide I want to try and lift Argus up.
Anyways,
Just pick Argus up by the scruff with them all.
Yeah, no, that's exactly. It'd be like, you want uppies? Here, give you uppies.
but yes, we got a new quest, right? I wasn't able to. What was it again?
Iron is just kind of looking at you like, kind of just semi-amused. So, the quest was to go to where Greenwood used to be, the old Greenwood ruins, which is about a half an hour walk away, and get a specific part from inside of the now ruined old Greenwood. And bring it back so that way it can then be sent off to Iron Valley to make replicas of it.
All right.
However,
Perfect.
just be careful because, well, we can't guarantee it's as safe as it should be. It should be safe, but we just can't guarantee it.
Oh, Vector's just writing it down. Oh, good. I just want to at least get that mission statement. All right. Closes his notebook. Okay.
You know, we might run into nasty types.
All right. That should be it. All right. Well. He kind of like turns out our team like, there's nothing else you all want to do, or before we head out, or what about just probably just see if there's any supplies here actually.
I mean, it's only 30 minutes away. How much supplies do we need? We can maybe even get this done before sundown.
Oh, true. I don't know. I thought, just it doesn't hurt to ask if there was a place to get stuff. I mean, I don't think we don't.
We have a general store as well as, it's fairly minor, but we do also have a guild shop.
Oh, perfect.
The guild shop generally carries things such as, Aurum berries for, some basic healing, some rations, things of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
Aurum, please turn off your microphone when you're not talking, because we're getting a lot of echo from you.
But that's all I wanted to ask. So, yeah, I mean, we should probably get ready. But yeah, thank you.
All right, well, I hope you have a fairly uneventful time.
Victor nods. But yeah, of course. Yeah, I do hope. It shouldn't be too hard. Hopefully. Victor just kind of like, well, either way, let's go get the thing. And he's just like, again, just tappies out. Just starts walking out. Unless there's anything anyone else wanted to do.
Anyone else?
I'm ready to go.
I'm ready to go.
Yeah. Let's go. Vector's like excitedly walking out, opening the doors. To adventure!
Adventure! Oh, wait!
Adventure!
All right.
La, da, da.
So, as a part of your instructions, you were basically told that all you really have to do is keep following the river until you get to a large hill. And then if you go over that hill, still following the river, it just sort of like goes around, but it's easier if you just go up the hill. You'll get a good view of Old Greenwood.
So,
It's not exactly the most complicated set of directions to follow, but if you guys would like, would you please roll me a navigation check? I don't care what attribute you use, I don't care what expertise you use, just some form of navigation. And you can obviously work together on this if you want.
Who wants to work together in navigation?
Teamwork makes the dream work, right?
Yes.
I have a dot in navigation and I have the mission paper.
I don't have a point in navigation, but I have a point in teamwork, so that should help.
I have a point in. Yeah, I got teamwork.
Does anyone have more than one dot in teamwork?
Probably not.
Okay. Does anybody have a dot in navigation other than, Dart? Okay. An alternative thing that you could do, Avi, is fly up to scout the way.
Actually, I was just about to ask that. Actually, if I could just fly to like.
You can.
The bonus to that would be up to Taldarius, but that is something that can help with the roll.
Yep. And that would be a +2.
Yes. Okay. I will. I. More reason to fly. Yes, I will. I will take. Let's see.
So it sounds like you get a +3 altogether there, Dart.
Alright, +3 to the roll. I'd imagine, like,
Yep.
Dart's gonna be like, okay, so here's the instruction to get. So you're gonna be looking for, once you get past the hill, you're gonna be looking to see, the sights of Old Greenwood, and you're gonna point us in the right direction.
Yep. Shouldn't be too hard to find. And then he's gonna start flying up. And he's gonna probably gonna.
And I'm gonna use a soul to reroll that one.
Understandable. You may. So that's 1, 2, 3. All right. Well, it's a good thing that this wasn't exactly the most difficult check in the world. And you are able to, without any real complication or difficulty, you are able to find the hill, go to the top of it, and spot Old Greenwood. Now, much like Greenwood of today, Old Greenwood is a riverside town that had a much more rudimentary, river wheel, where it doesn't look as updated, it doesn't look nearly as modern, and it is basically a bunch of what just looks to be ruins. Avi, I'm gonna ask you to have Vector make a perception check. Physical
perception.
Yep.
Oh no, is he gonna be running into something?
Is it just like the regular 3 rolls? Yeah, 3 dots. Okay, gotcha.
Yep.
Let's see, 23, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is 8. That's too many dice. Oh, that's 6, 7, and 8.
All right. You're looking around at Old Greenwood, and yeah, you don't really see anything out of the ordinary, out of place. It looks like a bunch of ruined, dilapidated buildings. One thing that you do notice with that, however, is that it looks like Old Greenwood didn't have a guild hall. There isn't any building that you would consider to be big enough for it to be one.
Like just like kind of like studying, like looking out, kind of like looking into the area, and then kind of looks down. He starts slowly makes his way down and kind of tells Dart like, "Oh, I don't. Well, I was able to find it. It's just nothing really too out of the ordinary, and don't think it actually has a guild house or anything like that. But I guess the most important thing is it looks kind of empty."
Let's hope at the end of the day that it is.
Mm-hmm.
Let's all carry on then.
Yep, one way to find out.
All right. And now I believe would be a good time to call for our 1 o'clock break, or I guess midnight break, depending on where you're at.
3 a.m. break because daylight savings.
Oh right.
is it?
Oh right. It is. It is daylight savings.
Wait, today's daylight savings?
Yeah, it is.
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
It's yeah.
Guess who doesn't have to deal with that? Me.
Wait, is it giving us time or taking away time?
It's plus 1 hour, so it's one hour forward.
Right,
So I'm
you
losing
forward.
an hour of sleep.
Yep.
I am
Yep.
keeping an eye on the recording timer for that. So we are about halfway to. We're at about an hour and a half right now.
Yep, which means we have about an hour and a half remaining.
Probably request we end at the hour since we did just jump forward in clocks, or at least some of us will.
Yep. So, but break. Try to keep it to 5 minutes.
Yep.
Be right back.
Yep. Be right back.
We might be able to complete the quest. Maybe.
We'll see.
Depends
shall
what
see.
Depends on what Taldaris throws at.
Yeah. We shall see.
Taldaris, are you
this-
gonna throw rocks at us?
After
It
this
could.
break.
Would it make you feel better?
Can I block with my head crest?
Unfortunately, no.
Oh, is it that big? Oh no.
Just chomp the rocks. Chomp, chomp, chomp.
Chomp chomp.
But they're big rocks. I can't chomp the rocks. I don't eat rocks.
I mean, I don't eat rocks, but I can chomp them.
Now it gets me thinking. Ah, there's the good forest music. Oh, question, Taldaris, how many merit points do we have total?
You guys were at 30 merits, right?
Yeah, last time I checked, we were at 30. When we finished all of Alabaster Gleam in Oran Grove.
Yeah, I think I gave you 30. Yeah.
Okay, so we're still in that. Okay, making sure. Just calculating XP spending for the future. ASB available soul boost that refreshes every session, right?
Soul boost is session.
Correct.
Yep.
Alright, making sure.
And also, I am sometimes going to end up giving that as a reward. Where if
And
you do
back.
something. Alright. Or if you do something, I can also refresh your soul boost.
To
Bend
be
it constantly.
specific, it can add an extra soul boost to you that you can save between sessions.
Mm.
Those are ones that, you now just have. Because your session-based ones are used first.
It's basically a reward. It's a reward for good roleplay.
Yep.
I think I like. Looking back at items I have in bag, I still have the crystal ball. What else could I draw?
Damn. Having trouble staying awake.
Alright, let's see who's here. Argus.
Here.
Azorith.
Wabara.
Dart. Jet.
Present.
Sin.
Hello?
Und Vector.
Vector.
Alright, we're all here. Cool. So, you all are, like previously mentioned, at the hill overlooking Old Greenwood.
Oh, sorry. Excuse me. Sorry.
You're at the hill overlooking Old Greenwood. And you were just told that looks like there's not actually all that much. At least in terms of, like, any activity. Notably, it looks like this place never really even had a guild hall.
Their guild hall is new?
Well, they did say this was centuries ago that it was abandoned, so it could be that they just weren't part of Starlight then.
Why can't they move to a different location for Greenwood?
They were saying that
If you're asking me, go on.
No, go ahead.
I was just saying that if you're asking me, I am. It was basically because the new location was a lot better.
Fair enough. Oh, Azris was asking in character. Sorry. I
Yeah.
should have said
Okay.
that.
Sorry. Yeah.
But they said 30 minutes walk, so let's get moving.
Oh no, you're at the hill.
Oh, the hill.
We're walking for 30 minutes, and then now you're overlooking.
That's my fault.
Well, it ain't exactly that bad of a mess up, so
We've been walking for 87 years.
It's been 84 years.
Gosh, Dart is rusting.
Oh no!
Well, that isn't good. That don't look healthy.
4 years can't be good for the steel type.
Oh no.
You.
Meanwhile, the ghost
opposite-
type just goes more crazy.
Oh no! Oh, that's something we'll probably talk about for funny jokes after session. Yeah, this doesn't look like there's much activity, so we can go jingling all the way downtown. Is that what they say?
So, it would be best for you to be a little bit of caution, though. I mean,
Absolutely.
especially that we're not really within the town. I mean, well, anything can go. As much as I would love to go jingle jangle with you all the way down, I would say maybe after we make sure it's safe down there.
Fair enough.
I think, yeah, Sin's gonna start walking that way a bit and say, "Well, I'll go first, just so that way if anything does happen, at least you all will be able to help if needed. If we go slowly, then and one at a time, then less chance of everyone getting hurt if something does happen, right?" And then he's gonna start walking towards the main area there, or keeping an eye around as he goes.
All right. So, as you're walking through Old Greenwood, you realize that, well, it's not exactly the same, but this does have a fairly similar architectural style, at least, overall, as the outskirts of Starlight. Like the buildings that are more like on the edges and outskirts of Starlight, the town itself. It seems like this has a lot of the same architectural style to it.
I don't know.
It does definitely seem dilapidated and like no one has really been there for quite a while. I would like you to make me a perception check, though.
Okay. Body and perception and a expertise.
Works for me.
Okay. We will do. Does logic fit?
While you are rolling, we have new influence. Or, not influence,
Not to say.
fan art.
Suppose there better not be influence with. Boy.
Yes! The popcorn, yes!
Oh, if you want to give Argus a seat, that's one way to do it.
1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. All right. One thing that you do see that is fairly interesting is while walking by what honestly, there's no real better way to describe it than like pile of rubble. A bit of reflective material catches your eye, and you look inside of it and see that inside of the rubble is a broken lantern of the Order of the Foregast.
Look at that. Look back towards where the rest of the group. I don't know if anybody was following directly behind or following the go slow and one at a time. And so you might want to. I should clarify that because that'll change how he specifically reacts.
Were any of you following behind?
Oh, is this anyone?
Yeah, Jet was following along.
Okay. No, I hadn't heard anybody else say if they were following or if they were going to. The implication Sin had was just go one at a time and some distance, so I wasn't sure. But Sin's going to look at that, point over, and say, I see a broken lantern in there. I think that Mine's blanking. What did you?
It's a lantern of the Order of the Foregast. It's broken, and it is in a pile of rubble.
Yeah, the Order of the Foregast. I think that's the Order of the Foregast's lantern, which it's with it being there or broken. I'm wondering. He's gonna go closer and try and see if there's anything else in the rubble. We'll just dig around a little bit.
All right. There's basically nothing else of any actual note. You do find, like, the hook that the lantern was probably on, the things of that nature, but other than that, it is just a lantern of the Order of the Foregast that has been broken and left in a pile of rubble.
Okay. Can I tell if it was like intentionally broken or not?
No. It's really hard to tell, especially considering it's literally just laying in a pile of rubble.
Yeah. I figured
It's like,
might not be, but wanted to ask. Was curious.
Makes total sense.
Yeah, Sin's gonna start looking around a little more, or at the surrounding area, looking to see if there's any other signs of anything like that that are notable before continuing on. Because
Alright.
seeing that makes him a little concerned.
Entirely fair. Go ahead and roll me another perception check then.
Okay.
With a 2, no, you don't really see much else.
Okay. Well, I don't see anything else, so maybe it's fine. But he's going to look to Jet, who I'm trying to remember, what was it we know about the Order? They go into the ruins and such, and they're the ones who put in things again to ward off like ghosts and such, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Sin's going to look to Jed and say, but with that there might be good just to be careful, just in case.
Yeah, I will do my best.
continue going into the area. And we were told what we're looking for, but were we given an idea of where it might be?
So on the mission statement, it doesn't really list a building, especially considering that, like, you know, it's questionable on whether these should be even considered buildings or not half the time. It does list that it is likely to be kept in a place that is near to the river.
Okay.
And currently you are not near to the river.
Sin's going to look towards Jet and then towards where the rest of the group might be following behind. Look around and just say, "This is a bit embarrassing, but I don't actually know which direction the river is from here. Did y'all keep an eye on that?"
Jet's gonna look over at Vector.
You could smell for the river.
So, I mean, heck. Go ahead.
Just gonna make the joke of like, just find the river based on how quickly Dart's heartbeat starts picking up.
Oh,
like
no.
it's like the
Bum,
Dead
bum,
by Daylight.
Bum 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 bum
For
bum.
this part of the quest, you need to
You're
play.
dowsing rod.
Mm-hmm.
Never mind.
No, you could go. Oh, so- Oh. Oh. I mean, is there anything you want me to do, Jet?
I was figuring you could fly up and see if you can see the river and point us in the
Oh,
direction.
Yeah, I can do that. I'm gonna fly up. Jumping on the. Just imagining, just like instead of jumping, just like kind of like as the flying up, is just kind of doing like I don't know if it's like between like two walls, like as if like trying to do like doing wall jumps.
I mean, you can if you really want to, but it's really not necessary.
I know it's not necessary, but but okay, Vector's gonna just fly up there. and I'm gonna look for the river.
Yep. It looks like you are currently west of the river.
West of the weather. Oh, and I'm just gonna like I was like, I can see the river from here, and he points out like he's gonna like point out where the um where the river is.
Just imagining Vector doing like, you know, a pointer dog motions like
Oh, I was
still
just
midair.
I was just about to think something to say, just like kind of like laying straight, like as like kind of like being like a little compass needle, it's like pointing towards pointing towards the river. It's like over there. It's like yeah, there's like I don't know how high I need to be over the buildings, but
Not
but
very.
like okay. I was like if it was like pretty far, then like okay, then I'll do
Most
that.
of these
But
buildings are one-story buildings.
okay, gotcha. So yeah, so I'm like just kind of like pointing over there. It's just like so that's the river over there where I'm looking at.
Yep. And well, one thing, you know what? Here, I'm going to ask you for a perception. I'm going to ask you for a perception for this.
Yeah, okay. The usual body instinct, yeah, instinct, and then perception. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh my gosh. So hold on, so that's 3. Oh wait, no, that's 4. That's 4 tens.
It is 4 tens. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Fitting. All right. With that, there are a handful of buildings that are on the other side of the river. Most of them are on your current side, which is on the west bank of the river, but very common with older towns that are built along a river is that yes, they will have like a very small amount of buildings on the opposite side. One reason for this is so that way it could like very easily control trade. It was just also safer overall. And so you notice that most of these buildings are 1, maybe 2 stories tall. Just kind of like fairly small buildings. But it does look like on the other side of the river that there's more of like a warehouse building. Where it's a 2-story building, but it looks like it's actually like a bit wider rather than tall.
Oh, so it's like bigger. Like I noticed like a bigger building. Ooh.
It's got a bigger footprint to it, even though it's about as tall as the rest of them.
Gotcha.
And you think that if you're storing a bunch of random stuff, that might be a good place to do it.
Oh, I mean, like Victor's gonna like slowly kind of like float down. Like, well, we got a good view of it. There's actually some interesting. There might be an interesting point over there. There's a really large building over there that might have a lot of stuff. Kind of like, I would say probably my best guess is going to be that we should probably look over there first, since there are some other stuff here as well, over there as well. So just kind of tell Jet.
Sounds like a plan to me. Let's go ahead and go then.
Sounds pretty logical.
Yeah. And also that we can always emphasize if I guess there's also if there's anything we need, if we miss anything here, well, we can always do a swing around and well, we do know the way back.
That is true.
All right. Tippy tappy, tippy tappy, tippy tappy.
Tippy tappy tip tap, jingle 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 jing.
Yeah, the vector's gonna start leading over to there as well. I guess actually, well, another question is that did I notice is there a bridge between?
Good thing you
river?
asked that. No.
Oh. That is also Though, I do want to tell this to the team as well. Well, we may have an issue though.
Fine issue.
Well, you see, there's nothing for us to cross over, or I haven't noticed anything obvious for us to cross over that river though. That's kind of the issue.
How wide is the river?
Oh.
Good question. Was I able to gauge that too?
Yeah. So this is a fairly big river. You'd estimate that it is probably 30 to 40 feet across. This is built at one of the banks of the river, like where it like sort of curves and slopes a bit, and it widens significantly.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty
and then
big.
It goes back.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
Maybe I can make a raft for us?
Well, if it's an area that would need to be crossed, maybe there's a boat somewhere, or with one of the nearby buildings.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. We should probably check. We could probably check that out. there was some buildings here. There was some places. I mean, there was. I mean, it was built here. I mean, to a river. There has to be something, right?
Or how confident do you feel in flying us across?
Um. Well, looking at Dart and then to Argus. I don't know. I wouldn't have any issues getting everyone across, but as much as I would like to ferry you over over the river, I'm sure. I don't feel confident. Especially carrying the both of you or over a river. You know, flying across. For flying for a small amount of for a small amount of time is fun and all, but I made sure it was with safety in mind. And I don't know how deep that river is, and I don't want to take any chances.
Well, I might be able to do my little shadow sneak to get across. So maybe you and I could do a cursory glance on the other side and see if that's where we need to go, and then if we do need the others over there, we can figure out how to get them across then.
Yeah, that actually would be pretty good. Let's go. I would say let's probably scout out on this side of the bank first, and then we'll probably gauge from there. And I guess Argus, if you want, if you can actually find enough materials to build a ferry, or just to build or I should say, or a raft, I think that would actually not be a bad idea either. It's better to keep our options open, I suppose. Especially this is kind of a large river.
Argus is going to do a salute and start looking for wood he can put together.
Well, I guess till then though, let's first kind of take a look on, let's see on this what's on this side first, I guess. And or like ours or clarified on the river side, on this side of the river. Maybe around the shores. Unless anyone else has any other ideas as well, I'm more than happy to take listen to more options.
Thinking. I got nothing in mind.
Sin is going to start looking around for sure. Specifically trying to see if there's a boat.
All right.
We're looking
if you're trying to find...
Go ahead.
If you're trying to find things, that would be an investigation.
Okay. Oh, funny. So I have the same roll for that as I have for the perception using things. So, yeah. Investigate. I'll first roll the 10. And for re-rolling the ones, that is...
Soul.
Yeah.
Soul.
Okay. And you can do that amount of times equal to the amount of soul you have?
Half.
Divided... Okay, half. Okay. And I have 1. Yeah, I'm gonna re-roll that 1. And...
Nice.
That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. With that investigation check in mind, and you're specifically trying to find, some sort of boat, correct?
Yep.
while searching around, generally going around the riverbanks in particular, because it makes sense that the boats would be by the riverbanks, you're going through one of the older ruin buildings trying to see, oh, hey, was there something left behind? Maybe something that could be easily converted into one, just, looking around. And as you're going through a pile of just various things, you find that there is a fully built and non-rotten raft that is there. And with that 5, you also notice that it looks like it's gotten wet recently.
Oh no.
Gonna peek head out of area, look to the rest of the group, and say, guys, there's a raft here, and it's been used recently.
Oh, a raft? That sounds nice. Wait, used?
Yeah, recently. It's still a bit wet.
This is something we should tell the team. As looks around to make sure everyone's either nearby or some probably already gone too far away. For easy just telling, right?
You guys have split up a little bit, although you could probably make some noise and easily get easily get attention of the rest of your group.
Sin. Go on.
Argus immediately in a huff drops the wood he was gathering to make a raft.
Argus, Sin, how quickly should we tell the others? Now, or go find them now?
Well, I'm not sure if we should make too much of a ruckus, but in case whoever's this is nearby and they're not friendly.
I'm sure we could handle a possible fight. He goes jingle, jangle, jingle, jangle. I don't have bells.
Are you intentionally jingle jangling super
He's
loud?
he's vibrating loudly.
What's going on? What's all the jingles?
After he stops jangling, I was like, okay, cool. Sin found a raft.
Oh?
And it was apparently used recently. He looks nervous? Question mark?
Yeah. Sin is currently fidgeting around, very obviously a little nervous, and is going to say, I don't know if whoever used this last is friendly or not, so I didn't want to just make a lot of noise in case, but well now.
Don't worry, Sin. We've been able to take on some tough foes. We should be fine. No, we should. Go on.
Oh no, I was about to say, like, do we know how big that is? Do you think it's? I'm just kind of wondering, like, is it? Is it like a big raft, or just want to make sure that we can actually get everyone on? Actually, might be a good question, actually.
Yeah.
It is a more, medium-sized raft. And so you guys are, fairly pretty small, so you could probably, get a few people on there. But, yeah, it looks like it's made for, one Pokemon of, a more, medium size, along with maybe a little bit of cargo.
So I assume we will probably have to make multiple trips. I mean, I mean, that doesn't sound too bad as well.
I mean, we have a raft made here and now that's sturdy enough for couple. Saves Argus the time of having to build one. Right,
But
Argus?
Argus is pouting. So
Argus is very much pouting about this.
Okay, I'm sorry for lifting you up out of or trying to lift you up out of nowhere. But
What's that got to do with me not being able to make a raft?
oh, you wanted to make a raft. Oh. Oh.
Well. Sin is going to start counting on his little hand, and how many there are of us, how big that raft is, doing some mental math, and then say, well, we can fit a few of us, and then I know you can fly, so we might be able to get everyone over quickly. But we should probably do that quick and figure something out just before her potential of trouble appears.
Victor kind of like Victor is kind of tilts his head in confusion. What makes you say that?
Well,
Is it?
I've never been in a fight, and this was used recently, and from what I kind of gathered, there could be wild mons around. This could be up from a wild mon. And we don't know if they're going to be friendly.
I'm gonna turn my head around looking for Jet and Dart. I want to make sure that they're with us still. Do we?
There's muffled screaming from an orb.
the almighty orb has struck again.
No, Jet's there.
But have you considered the power of a spherical object?
Does the spherical object have, like, red and, like, silver markings?
Yes, and it is quite reflective in nature.
Red and silver marking. Wait. Oh no.
Well, I will say, the longer we sit here, the longer we are probably inviting trouble. So I guess I should probably ask, do we want to take it right now? And then probably leave before things get a little dicey.
Well, you're supposed to be water type too, Vector, aren't you?
Yeah.
Can you, like, fly or swim through the water?
Well, yeah, I can do that. I'm more worried about everyone else.
Well, yeah. I was thinking that you might be able to at least help push it across, and I think I could probably do the shadow sneak, so we might be able to fit the other 4 on there. And with you pushing it across, it would make it go faster.
Yeah, I have no complaints with that. I mean, but I guess it's more or less, do we want to go now? That's the big question. Unless we really want to know who or what was here.
I'd say let's cross now. Maybe do it in 2 groups to minimize the risk. We're only borrowing the raft.
Yeah, we're only yeah. I will make sure to put the raft back.
Nod.
Also, the raft was inside with a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah, but it was underneath like a bunch of like effectively like garbage bullshit.
Yeah, I was about to say, did it look like it was intentionally hidden?
Yes, it did.
Okay. Sin's going to like scratch at his chin for a second and just say, "It did look like it was intentionally hidden, so it could be well, we should hurry so that we can try and hide it back so nobody tries to find us." It's going to, start pulling it more out because he had uncovered it but not brought it out completely. Okay. To show everyone. And then say, who's going to go on the first crossing then?
I'll go.
Alright, so it looks like that's Azareth. I know who else? Who else wants to go? All aboard! All aboard!
Azure sits proudly on the raft.
So this is about
Argus.
This is about
sorry, go ahead.
40 feet across, right?
About, yeah.
Okay. In that case, Jet can make it across with his shadow snake.
Nice.
He's got
Good for
50-foot range on it, so he is gonna go ahead and be ready to just shadow sneak over as soon as people are underway.
Victor is kind of looking at Dart and Argus. I don't know if I want to put you two together just so we can try to save just so we don't have two of the heaviest, to be on the boat. So I will have to ask one of you to be on it.
I vote Argus.
Actually, Azareth is
Perfectly
the
fine.
heaviest.
Hi, I'm
I
65
get it.
pounds.
I'm gonna go on a diet.
Oh wait, what's your weight, Azareth?
Alice doesn't realize this, but he's 65.5 pounds. He doesn't know this.
Yeah, you got Azareth at 65 pounds. Then you've got Dart at 60, and then Argus at 57 pounds.
Dart doesn't know how heavy Azareth is. Oh no.
And Sin is not the lightest either, being...
Oh yeah, you're
part
steel type too.
Yeah.
What?
Somewhere around the 65 mark
Hey,
is
look.
what I put him with his height.
If you want someone that's light, you could realize that Shade is currently just below 20 pounds.
Oh wait, Shade. Oh yeah, Shade. You get on.
We've got we've got Vector and Jet who are on the super light side, as well as Shade, and then everybody else is on the extremely heavy side for the size.
To be fair, part of the reason that Shade is on the extremely low side is because he's dropped like about 8 pounds off of his normal weight.
Well, yes, but still.
Can I make an appraisal check to see what the best combination is here?
Is
All right.
this freaking
Oh my God.
like boat crossing problem?
Yeah, I was just about to say, this is turning
really
into
is.
literally the freaking...
The chicken, the fox, and the yeah.
It literally doesn't even have to be this complicated, which is the best part. All right.
I know.
What qualities are you looking for?
Based on like the size and typings here, or that I know, the judge of what the weights would probably be and how sturdy this dang raft is.
All right. Go ahead and make that check then.
Okay. That'll be mind. So mind. Appraisal. I have a lot of things that have 6 dice. Huh. Huh.
Oh,
You know, you're really not sure what, like, all the big deal about this is. I mean, like, it's a raft. It looks like it'll float.
Sid is going to go say, I don't know if how we should do this. It looks pretty sturdy. I'm sure it'll hold. Well.
Out of character, I am just imagining that Taldarius planned for this to be able to carry all of us in one go with no problems, and we're anticipating that everything's going to go horribly wrong.
Out of character, the only way that it would go wrong is if you piled on literally everyone and didn't account at all for the fact that you had 2 people that are over 60 pounds and 1 person that is just under 60 pounds. But so long as you didn't attempt to take literally everyone, which you didn't have to because Vector can fly and Jet can shadow sneak, you'd be perfectly fine.
This is what happens when you put a bunch of traumatized people in one spot with an anywhere near problem.
I am trying to maximize I am trying to maximize safety. And while
Hey, you can if you want. I ain't gonna stop you.
But Sin is also going to say, I'll volunteer to stay over here for now. Well, just in case something does happen. I've not been in a fight, but I'm pretty tough. It's not easy to hurt me.
I would say if you're gonna, well, I think it's just more or less of, I don't want anyone to drown, and I will probably say this is a lot. Knowing that y'all are, well, it's gonna be a lot of weight, so I will gonna have to ask you to help at least row the boat, because that is a lot. Wait, Marcus, can you make oars? Or little paddles? Yeah,
I can
paddles.
make paddles.
We're gonna need paddles. Does it? Well, actually, wait. Does it come with paddles? Do I see the boat with paddles?
Interestingly, no, it does not have any oars that you have found.
Can Argus grab some scrap wood and use his handsaw and stuff to make paddles?
You may if you want.
I want.
Then you may.
Then I do.
All right, make a craft check. Well, you got 2 1s, but you also got 2 10s, so. Three ones.
Can I use a soul on one of those ones?
How many soul do you have? What is your ASB? Or what is your soul? How many soul like? What's your soul attribute?
My soul attribute is 2.
All right, then yes, you have 1 soul dice that you could use per session, and you may in fact use a soul on one of those. A reversal of fortune. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 successes. All right, with 5 successes, you are able to, with the help of a little bit of rope and a bit of the available, wood with your saw, go ahead and just very easily, in fact, make a whole lot of ore. In fact, you're able to make not just 1 ore, you're able to make 2 ores.
Argus is happy he got to craft something, so he overachieves.
Yes. In fact, there's even little loop handholds for the ores, so that way they could be easily drug around with a little bit of rope that you happen to find lying around.
Vector's gonna start pushing the raft into the water. Alright, get in.
Swoop! Off to the other side for Jet.
All right.
But yes, but yeah, so whenever y'all ready, let's get this boat going.
Argus has 1 ore, and he's going to pass the other ore to Sin, because Sin has paws or hands, so that we can scoot over.
I was gonna say, is everybody going to be on the raft, or are we doing it in 2 sets?
Well, Jet is already across the river.
Yeah. Well, I meant the ones who can't get themselves across with ease.
I think the plan is 2 groups.
Okay.
With
Sin's
Vector
going-
pushing back and forth.
Okay. Sin is going to stay back for the one then. So, well, I guess it is Azareth and Argus, and then Dart and Sin.
Okay, Argus will hand Azareth the other ore.
My gosh, we're turning this into a motorboat, but instead it's instead of horsepower, it has vector power. It has the one vector power.
Yep.
Oh no,
I'm
we're
like-
gonna duplicate Vector.
I'm gonna Vector's like in the water, like he has like his like upper body like kind of like flat against the raft, as his lower body is just like kind of like in the water, ready to like start kicking the water.
What do you mean kicking? You're so excited your tail's wagging fast enough to propel us forward.
That too.
All right. Everyone involved with the first go around, that is either holding a paddle or is Vector and is applying propulsion. Please go ahead and make an athletics check.
Body
Okay,
empathetic 6.
Three,
6 dice again. I surely won't get full average this time, right?
Body, expertise, athletics.
That's good enough.
Oh, I got.
So we have a 3 and a 3.
Tribute.
All right. Luckily, I'm treating this as your success totals together and not on an individual basis. Narratively, however, Argus, you are so busy being like enraptured by the fact that you are using a tool that you have made, that you basically sort of let it like drift in the water, and like you're kind of half using it wrong, where you're not taking it out of the water to move it forward. So you're kind of like messing up everything, but you're having a fucking amazing time. You are having an absolute blast. As for the rest of you, you are able to like sort of make up for this and are able to get across the river pretty much no problem.
All right. Okay, that is one group. Oh, I'm gonna have to start pushing this back, and then I can go get Sin and Dart. Can you leave the paddles on the boat, Arcus? Would that be all right?
Make sure you bring them back.
Yes, I will. Yep. Just if you want, you can just wait right here, and then you can pick them up.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you. And then I'm just gonna start paddling back.
All right.
Yeah.
Given that there's basically no weight on this, and you are fish.
Fish puppy.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't need a roll for I don't need a roll for this, right? Like I don't need a roll back. Okay.
There's no weight. There's no weight on it, and you're just kind of like pushing it, and you are water type. So no, I'm not gonna make you roll for this.
Gotcha.
All right.
All right.
Now, group 2.
All right.
I guess part of the question is, do you want Shade to grab a paddle?
Yeah, I would say if Shade wants to help, or I am more than happy to have any help.
All right. Then Shade will go ahead and grab a paddle.
All right, and then Sin, Dart, Shade, your turn.
Sin will grab other paddle.
Oh, Shade, you with physical activities, I swear.
How's Dart doing? Dart, you okay?
Did Dart even hop on the raft?
I don't know. It's up to you on if you get on it.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Like, did you hop on?
I'll be good. I'll wait right here.
Dart, I'm not going to make another. I am not making another trip. You will get on this boat, and we're gonna get across this boat.
I don't know. I could always try throwing you across. Maybe I could make it. Will that make you feel better?
Don't make me pull out the puppy eyes.
How sure are you with the tossing?
All right. Well, I will say
we're not throwing darts.
What? You don't want to play catch?
No, we are going to do it safely through the raft. And Dart, you need to hop on now. The more we stay here, the longer I don't want to know what or who is here.
What about that tossing?
All right. Counter offer. If you don't get the hell on here and it causes problems, I'm gonna tie you up and use you as an anchor.
What about that tossing?
Shane's gonna start reaching in his bag and start like pulling out some rope and like spooling it on the ground a bit.
Does it have a mast? Does the raft have a mast?
No.
Oh, dang it.
It is literally effectively just like a little like barge raft.
Gotcha. Dart, please. Do you at least trust me?
Jet is phasing back across the river. What's the hold up here?
Dart doesn't
Everything
want to
o-
get wet.
Um,
Don't worry, I'm going to use him as an anchor.
Won't that just make him wet?
Yes, exactly.
Dart?
Did you still pull out rope?
Dart?
Look, I'd rather not cross the river in that raft. I'm perfectly okay staying right here. If you guys are just investigating the structure over there, I can wait here.
But if something happens while we're over there, we won't be able to help you.
Dart?
I'll be
Bert.
fine.
Go ahead, you guys. I'll stay here with him. It's really fast and easy for me to get across, so if there is any trouble, I can just pop back over and get you guys.
I have to return the vote anyways, so I'll have one more trip. And I'll leave, and since I have to leave the raft here. So,
Well, we'll need that to get back over after we're done.
true, but I don't want to I don't want to cause suspicion that we may be here or draw unwanted attention, if I must say. While I will say I do enjoy pushing around the boat or pushing around the raft, I don't want it to jeopardize anything. But I'll be back, Dart, and yeah, I'll be back. And Victor's gonna start pushing, so he's gonna go ahead and push.
What was the role for oaring?
That would be athletics.
Okay.
Body, expertise, athletics. And, I guess Shade is gonna basically kind of like look over at Dart and go, "Nah, I didn't say I'd do it if you didn't get on, but if there's problems because you didn't, I'm still gonna use you as an anchor somehow, some way."
Shade, take it easy. Victor's just gonna say, just like before he leaves, he's just gonna say, just remember, I trusted you. You can trust on me. And Victor's gonna start kicking and activate the puppy, the motor puppy that starts swimming.
FYI, we are coming up on the 3-hour mark.
Alright. Well, I feel I'm required to say that, Shade got a total of 14 on rowing, so...
Oh wow! Oh my
Emaciated
God.
little Zora apparently just can't stop making insane rolls when doing something physical.
He's doing
Bro,
better
he-
than the entire rest of the party combined, if I recall.
I don't... Yeah, he rolled 3 10s, no 1s, and then his 10s, one of them rolled a 10, and that 10 rolled another 10, and it ended off with an 8. And he had... I don't know. He decided to roll like crazy.
Darius, you're using weighted dice. Please stop rolling those dice. Please.
Oh, okay, your helpful NPC will no longer be using this dice.
Did I just screw over the party?
Probably.
Yes.
Okay, I'll go now.
All right. So, I'm just gonna say that, like, yeah, you're getting across the river, no problem. Like, I literally cannot foresee, even if, like, by some magical thing, all of you had rolled ones on both of your checks, it would still be net positive. So yeah, you're getting right across that river, literally no problem whatsoever. So, Dart, are you going to be attempting to cross the river when the boat comes back?
Art is unsure.
It's not really the boat that you're worried about, it's the river itself, isn't it?
Art's gonna sigh, like, yep.
Well, unfortunately, there are things that we're gonna have to do that we don't want to do. And do you really think Vector's gonna let you drown or even fall into the water, period?
No, I don't want anyone to think that that's how I feel.
I don't think that's how you feel, but I mean, right now I'm worried about getting stuck in another one of those orbs. We already know that they've been through here, and just me being around here, I don't know what other traps might be here for ghosts like me. But we've got a job to get done. And as far as we can tell, the objective is over there. They could wind up needing us. We could wind up needing them. We're not gonna force you to go, but I think you might need to. Seda?
No, Dart's just pondering.
Okay.
But he has no orb.
That we know
How
of.
can he ponder the orb?
The orb's on the other side of the river with Azarus. He has the crystal ball. Sorry.
Well, if you want to stay on this side, That's... I'll stay here with you.
Oh, no, you don't have to.
I know I don't have to. I'm going to.
You should be with the others.
No can do. I'm not gonna leave you here by yourself without being able to possibly get help if you need it. You've seen how dangerous this place is. Or at least this world.
I know.
Besides, I did want to take some time to do that meditation stuff, so, you know, having a moment to just sit and do that, I wouldn't be opposed to it.
No, but if what we need is over on the other side of the river, it'd be quicker if you were helping the group.
Sure, but it'd be safer if I were here.
Dart's just gonna sigh, just like, is there anything that I can say that would convince you to go with the others for the time being? Because at least the way that I see it, you know, back when we were running on the run, it was easier to put my own worries to the side for the sake of the group. But right here, right now, I'm not ready to face that. And I would rather you make sure the others do your task and leave me for a bit to gather my thoughts.
The only thing that'll convince me to go back across that river is if Vector's staying here. I can absolutely stand off over there and give you space to gather your thoughts, but I'm not going all the way over there.
Dart's just gonna sigh and just be like, ah.
Besides, you were the one that was telling me that we were a team and we gotta stick together.
But this isn't the team breaking up, this is the team...
Jet just kind of motions at the river and the other bank over there, then looks pointedly at Dart.
And?
That's kind of split up.
The point I'm trying to make.
I know the point you're trying to make here, but I'm making a different point. A counterpoint.
Dart's just gonna kind of continue just like sighing and musing over, trying to gather his thoughts.
Jet's just gonna sit.
Jet, he sit.
And Dart's gonna walk away from the river.
Jet is going to keep Dart in his line of sight, but otherwise keep his distance.
Right now, I have nothing else to add to the scene because right now I admittedly don't have the mental capacity to plot a course.
All right. In that case, it might be time to go ahead and end the session because we are at the anointed time.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining us today for Starlight New Dawn Scar. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Mastodon, Blue Sky, Patreon, and more. They're on the website as well as down in the description below through our link tree. Thank you to my patrons, tippers, and subscribers. It is your support that keeps this channel alive and going. I could not do this without your guys' help and support, so thank you. Consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. It's one of the best ways to support the channel, though you can also do so by simply sharing the stream around, as well as coming by, hanging out, grabbing some merch over at zgfgaming.store, or do make sure you come by tomorrow for our Marten Day fundraiser art stream, where we're going to have both Mirai and Whiskers here doing art. But for now, thank you all so much for joining, and I bid you the most fondest adieu.
Bye-bye.